Hi guys, what's up? I am back with The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 4 called Rendition. I thought the last episode was actually more interesting than the first two. I think that was just more of an introductory thing to the plot we're going to have, but now we have a good setup for the at least a couple episodes where we're going to see a lot of Negan and Maggie. They're going to try and get supplies. There are only two on the way other than Gabriel, I'm assuming, but he's also injured, so he's going to be slower. But Negan and Maggie, people that obviously not in a good spot. I feel like we're gonna see them learn to work together. That's like, I doubt they're ever going to really become friends, or definitely not like a romantic thing like some people have told me they want. Definitely don't want that, but I do want that ability for them to trust and work with each other, which is needed if you're going to be part of this community. You know, a lot of people learned to work with Negan, and now Maggie's probably his greatest enemy, person who hates him the most, but it'll be so interesting to see them learn to work together. That's what I'm excited for sure. Yeah, Daryl's probably on the way too. I don't think we saw that much of him last episode, but they all kind of scrambled when they were attacked, and Alden has to stay put because he's injured. So yeah, Daryl's probably on the way as well, and we'll meet them on the way. But good news for the community is that they got horses to help work the farmland and transport anything, and well, one of them was sacrificed for food. Understandable, but it was really difficult to see Carol kill a horse, and she felt it too. It's hard, you know. They're such beautiful, peaceful creatures and trusting, and she had to slit its throat. It's very sad, but it had to be done for them to survive. I do like the realism of it. It's just resources are scarce. I know some people are hating the fact, you know, like, oh, they're just thinking about food and that's the only plot that's left. And I mean, realistically, after all these years of the apocalypse, resources are going to be scarce. There's been like fires in the forest. There's been zombie hordes just taking out any animals that they could even try and hunt. There isn't much to scavenge anymore. It is realistic after, like, we're on season 11. It's going to be a thing. The most important thing that they can do is not focus too much just solely on that, but it has to be a reminder that they are struggling to get food, because that's the story. But we have a really good enemy. I think they're forming. They have creepy ass masks, and they're really trained, you know. We had one of them was a sniper, and even though Maggie fucking stabbed one in the face, he still got away. So they're just persistent. They're like believers of some kind and believe that they're blessed, you know, and that's even creepier. Humans versus humans has always been a scary aspect of the show, because it shows just the length that certain humans can go, especially in dire situations like this, where they can become super animalistic, culty, you know. I like the villains so far. I do want to learn more about them. Also want to see how big they are, how they are so trained, and I also want to go back and see this big community that's kind of the opposite of that, where Ezekiel, Yumiko, and them are, because as well, it's very organized, but it's even more so that they literally formed their own kind of city, you know, and they're using currency, and they have this huge process of even getting into there. So they have to be a lot, and they have to have like a very safe environment, which we haven't seen since, you know, Alexandria got destroyed and Hilltop and all that. So I want to see another community like that and see how they are living and how their community looks like. They got accepted in, so we'll see that. Also interested to see if Yumiko's brother is still alive. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where this goes. The show returns in February. I'll be caught up by then, and definitely will be more on time with those reactions. I think I always say this, but I did not know 6 shows would come back around the same time, and that's why I'm struggling. And I'll get these out as soon as I can. Honestly, it's been hard because I'm a full-time worker. But I appreciate all you guys' patience. Anybody who still watches these, you guys are the best. Let's get going with this episode, shall we? Yeah, let's see where Daryl ended up. And dog, of course. Sneaky. It's so hard to do stuff in the dark. Oh shit, oh shit. Daryl. Get him, get him. Nice, nice. No! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Dude, what the hell? That mask is the creepiest so far to me. Jesus. What happened to Dog? It was so dark I could barely see. We're doing the guts thing now? Yeah, smother that all over yourself. Did Dog die? Or is he just injured? Please no, can't lose the dog. And the crossbow, he just threw that at somebody. Like, this looks like a woman. Oh, is it her? I'm wondering if it's the lady that he met at the cabin. She just disappeared, so... Okay, see, Dog is fine. Hard for Dog to smell him when he's covered in zombie guts, but... maybe he'll piece it together. I think it's her. Just the look in her eyes when she saw Dog.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Where the heck did you go, bitch?
I ain't one of them. Travel light.
He always protects the group.
We're gonna go. Come on, boy. Come on.
He's not gonna leave her.
Well, that's fine.
The betrayal I feel.
What's funny?
From
I always
Dog.
thought he liked you better.
Look, I don't know who you're fighting.
Oh, I feel so betrayed by Dog right now. What the hell? Really? They're gonna kidnap him. Question him. He doesn't... You can't torture a guy like Daryl. Like, he's been tortured before. He's lived a shit life. So it's not gonna help it. But I'm assuming she wants him to join their group. He ain't gonna do that. It's just he's so dedicated to his own group. And that's what I love about him. He's... Even in the start, when he is just him and Merle, you know, he got so close to the group, Carol, Rick, all that is just... I mean, he's Rick's brother, basically, right? It's just so nice to see that development of him caring about them so much that he protects them like his family. Man, at least this allows us to see how they're living. He's figuring out where they are. He's keeping track of where they're dragging him. Or actually, it sounded like he was counting how many of them there were. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry you ended up with these people.
These people are my family.
Sure.
They never stopped looking for me. When they found me, I came home.
But you left Dog. Seriously? What the fuck? They're doing the waterboarding thing. That is actual torture. You know, they used to do stuff like that in, like, mental institutions or asylums. Steam baths, electroshock therapy, man. They did that shit for so long. She still cares about him.
He'll crack. I just need a little more time.
He won't
I've given
crack.
you enough time already.
She should know that about him. Like, no way of cracking this guy. This reminds me of when he was taken by Negan. And he had to eat dog food and all that shit. You know, so this is nothing new for him. Nothing at all.
But nothing.
Just one of
share
the
a bag of grain does not make
Maggies.
me give a shit about you.
Peeps.
Understand?
Can't really see his face.
Whatever beef you have with these people, I want no part of it.
Just go along with it, bro.
Should have let you starve.
I think this guy's gonna die.
Just as stubborn as ever.
Lol. I mean,
Just give me Dog. Let me go.
I still
Never
feel
seen me
so betrayed by Dog.
Is that what you want?
So betrayed. She left you, doggo.
I'm bossy.
And Turner?
Well, they are kind of a family if they care about each other like that. But why are they so cruel to other people? I guess it's like a Negan thing where you do what you think you need to do to survive.
That's right.
It's okay, son. You did the
Hope.
right thing.
That's right, that's the leader.
You brought him home.
Do I know this voice?
Please, hold close.
The fuck? Well, these guys are a bunch of freaks.
God, he's here.
Do I know this actor?
He's angry. Go make them feel our wrath.
Sure. I want you to feel Carol's wrath, man. She gonna fuck you up when she finds out. But Maggie got some wrath too, man. Oh, and Negan. Oh, let's not forget about Negan's wrath.
Hope brought him in after her last tour.
Oh.
When he started his company.
Okay.
I thought you were soldiers.
We were.
I forgot she was a soldier. So that's why they're so organized, as they're soldiers. They had a sniper. But I'm surprised they're following a religious freak.
Came back and you were gone.
You left me.
Bet he regrets that
I
now.
asked you what you wanted.
I got scared.
Of what?
Letting go.
Well, that felt honest, and I think she knows that. She definitely won't kill
But I
him.
can't help you. Save yourself.
Yeah, she doesn't
Mrs.
want him to
Spider
be
did
hurt.
I still care about you, and I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
They were speaking in code because I was an outsider.
Still going with it though.
He's a tall, skinny guy. Never shuts up. One of their soldiers slipped up and he was gonna go meet 3 dozen of their fighters.
They don't have that many.
It's way more than the 15 you got here.
You've been doing your work down there.
So he told you he was counting them?
I'll have you moved out of here tonight. So you can be more comfortable.
And he can escape. That sucks because I feel like he's gonna have to
Do I
kill
meet
her.
him?
Unless she joins him, but I just, with the kind of people she's following, it doesn't seem likely that we can trust her.
More than twice the force we have in here.
I don't actually know how many they are, so they might have that many, but not all of them are fighters.
I never said he loved me.
Well, you don't need to.
You could have ended him out there today, and you didn't. I believe in you
He's gonna want her to kill him,
more than the others.
right? That's what I'm assuming. She's too emotional about him. It's not gonna be good for the team.
Just follow my lead.
She's untying him. Liquid. They're gonna burn them? Really? Is this a test? I feel like it's a test. They would have, like, done it execution style if they really wanted her dead that badly. It's too risky setting it on fire. It's not professional as they are soldiers, you know.
Forged by fire. Ordained
What a
by God.
crazy person.
Welcome him.
Forged by fire. Fortitude salutis. Okay.
Politicians. They wrote the checks. We weren't anything today. Just props. Props for the next campaign.
This is a very interesting
Today,
plot.
they talked about God. They didn't know God.
Because of course they would survive. They
Never
have
saw
like
his
this
face.
training, you know, and
It's not like we did.
experience with death.
Never seen that kind of chaos. And I had seen everything.
I bet.
This.
Man, this outbreak of it was insane. We didn't see much of it because of Rick, but I did watch 1 or 2 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead. They were way faster and stronger zombies.
Found this little church at the edge of town, and we hold up there as everything, and I mean, everything burned around us.
Makes sense
When
then
the
that you turned
fires
to faith.
finally died down. We were the chosen ones.
There it is. The chosen ones to
These
what?
men upon
Kill
whose
other
bodies
people?
The fire had no power.
Well, this is good that he's infiltrated them. You get a lot of information and we can take them out. But the only issue is that he cares about her.
You need anything?
It's weird.
I just have one question.
Why'd you let him die?
Your wounds.
You turned your
Turn your
back, you
back.
ran away.
Oh,
You
Oh,
ran away.
okay.
He's gonna
Just
punish you.
clarity. Sure. It takes divine strength. Face your fear head on.
Is he not chosen anymore because he was
Risk
scared?
everything for someone else. God doesn't only use fire as his
This is
baptism.
their punishment.
It's also his wrath.
What the hell, dude? Oh my god. That's too vivid of an emotion. Imagine the smell as well. What the hell? If he really is your brother, I feel like the others would have stood up for him. So this so-called family is definitely not a real family. They're just terrified. And they're soldiers, they're puppets, just like they were before the breakout. I feel like because of that, she can be saved. But considering how there's religion involved in it, it's hard. It's like a cult, you know. It's hard to know if she's ready to break free of it, especially because she calls it her family. She was trying to stand up for this guy, but, you know, in the end didn't actually stop him from being killed and burned alive, crispy death. They all had to witness that, smell it, and just nobody did anything. The good thing is that Daryl's the perfect person to be here because he's seen all kinds of shit and he knows people. He knows people really well, and he knows how to blend in as well because he grew up around shitty kind of people. So he's gonna survive as he always does. The trick is to escape and also try and convince her to as well and fight her so-called family. That's the biggest challenge for Daryl. I'm glad we got to see and learn more about what is this group called? They call them the Reapers? I think they call the Reapers. What they're all about. They're highly trained soldiers. And this guy, Pope, involved religion as the higher power, not just, you know, politicians that they used to follow, but a higher power as in God, and using that to justify what they're doing and to make them seem superior to other human life. And it's just, wow, it makes a great villain. I feel like it also makes them really hard to kill because they're actually trained. I mean, we got snipers, we got people who know how to properly use firearms. There's not that many people left in Alexandria who knows how to do that. There's a lot, but I think they're quite equal in numbers for that case. You know, there's a lot of kids and others who they can use firearms, but they're not as trained as soldiers who've been training for years and years and years. So that's going to be a difficult fight. They definitely need to use their smarts and some advantages they'll have because they do have really smart people, really battle-hardened people as well. So I'm interested, you know, and we'll see how Daryl gets out of this one. He obviously is protecting his family. They don't know shit about how close he is to his real family and what he'd do for them. Let me just see if I know this Pope from somewhere because he seemed a bit familiar. Movie Let Me In, which is originally a Swedish book and movie. I'm assuming he was in the Americanized version of it. He was in the Bounty Hunter, seen that. Dark Knight, you guys know I reacted to that one. Interesting. Yeah, he's a good villain. I think it's great that they've come up with a villain that's interesting, because considering you're in 11th season, how many different villains can you make? But they've all been consistently different, But I obviously have my favorites. I thought the governor was probably the most hated villain, and Negan, obviously. But the thing with Negan is that the storytelling and everything that happened after he killed Glenn and Abraham is that it wasn't as top-notch as all the previous early seasons were. I don't know what happened, but kind of went downhill. He became the most interesting character, and now he's still part of the story. So it's just different. Whereas the governor, I just had some pure frickin' hatred for them, and he grossed me out. The whole thing with Andrea, he killed Herschel. That hurt me like nothing else, and that was just right when the writing was so fucking good, because they were in the prison. That whole storyline, that was just amazing. I did like Alpha. She was a good villain. Again, they make great villains. It's just about the storytelling so far, the season. They're doing the thing where they just focus on one character an episode again, or like one plot an episode, and I get it, because there's so many characters, you kind of have to do it, but this episode I saw is not as highly rated as the previous one, and it's like a full star lower, and I think it's because it was only Daryl focused. We all love Daryl, but certain parts of the episode was a little bit slower, and that's what you risk with just focusing on one character an episode or one plot an episode. There's some people who are gonna like one plot more than another, so when it's like this one, it's a bit slower, it feels a bit slower. But hopefully it all ties up, because they're going to be reunited, and that's when it's going to get good, is my feeling. Next episode, I believe we're going to focus on the other storyline. Forgot what Commonwealth is that? I forgot what that community is, but Ezekiel, Yumiko, Princess, Eugene, all of that. So I'm actually really interested in that story, and also I want to see Negan and Maggie. So that's like my biggest, thing I want to see. I do care about Daryl, but they just introduced us to so many characters. I figured early on that this lady was gonna be there, and she was, but again, it was just mostly seeing Daryl in a cage and him kind of just infiltrating this group, which is fine. It's totally fine. It was interesting, but again, not as exciting as last episode. Necessary in the plot, but that's just my opinion. I'm mostly intrigued to see how he's gonna get the hell out and then end these people. Anyways, I hope you liked my reaction to this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.